You're watching a segment of The Splash, Greater West Bloomfield's news magazine show. Hello and welcome back to The Splash. I'm your host, Jonathan Jackson, and joining me at the desk this week is West Bloomfield's Development Services Director, Marshall Labadie. Marshall, thank you for joining me today.
Well, thanks for having me. Glad I could be here.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you. You have been a big staple here in West Bloomfield. You are the Development Services Director in the department in the township. For those who don't know, though, can you tell us a little bit about what you do on a day-to-day basis?
Yes, the Development Services Department is basically the engineering services and the environmental services offered by the township. On the engineering side, that's basically all of your municipal engineering, from SAD projects that we do for a lot of our communities here, to working with the Road Commission, to working with the Water Resource Commission and doing road projects and drainage projects, and then also looking for all of our development and petitioners, water and sewer leads, making sure our water and sewer infrastructure is built properly, make sure it's documented and recorded. Now, it's kind of a boring part of engineering, but we want to make sure what we build can be maintained by the Water and Sewer Department.
It may not be the most exciting, but it's important nonetheless.
Yep. And the more exciting part that everyone seems to always want to talk to me about is the environmental side of it. The environmental side, it goes to our wetlands, our woodlands, our lakes and streams, and all of the permit part of that, along with education, recycling, and other waste services. The GFL contract is under our purview to make sure that that is managed properly and the township residents get the best possible services.
Wonderful. And how long have you been doing this, by the way?
October was 11, so about a little over 11 years, coming up on 12 years. So
12. When you said October, I thought, oh, for only a few months now. No.
Yeah. I just started a few weeks ago. No, it's been a long stay, and it's been great. It's other meetings I've had and conversations with folks. It's kind of funny that my desk is situated 5 miles from where I grew up, so it's kind of a nice place to be when you're familiar with the community, familiar with its residents, especially after 12 years. A lot of good relationships, and we've done a lot of good things here, and we'll hope to do a lot of good things moving forward on the environmental and engineering side.
Yeah, definitely. There's one big event that we talked about before, but that the Development Services is very involved with household hazardous waste and making sure that that is an issue, for residents here. If they want to take care of that properly and safely, how can they do so? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes. Twice a year we have what we call our household hazardous waste event. And what that does is allows residents in the community to come in on a Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 and bring in...
Far more convenient, too.
Far more convenient. And it's become wildly popular. Each year we seem to be serving more and more households. So we're glad that we maintain the support of the Township Supervisor, Stephen Kaplan, along with the rest of the Township Board, who've been strong advocates for this program. So we continue to grow. It allows people to bring in not your typical recycling, not your newspaper, not your plastic milk jugs. What we're looking for are things that are a little more hazardous and what I call one-off items, chemicals that you have in your garage, gasoline, solvents. If you want to bring some stuff in for shredding, like you have bank documents or your tax documents, you can come and get that securely shred. You can see it get shredded. Other types of toxins that you have in your home that you don't want to set out, paint, solvents, things that you don't throw into your garbage can, but you don't know what to do with it. So our idea for the program is to divert as much of this material from the landfills. We don't want to see that in the landfills or into the waterways, people throwing it down storm drains or putting it in the backyard. Not here in this community. Everyone seems to be well educated and schooled on that, but it's a good event. And something that we started a few years ago, which we were really proud of, is we started a shut-in service. So what that allows is for people that physically cannot attend the event, seniors, more like our elderly population, or those that may have a physical limitation to coming into the event on a Saturday, they can call in and schedule an appointment. Myself, personally, along with my colleague John Rhoda, will come to their home and collect it for them and bring it to the event so they don't feel like they have missed it and they're still provided that opportunity. And then we also have our Sabbath services on Friday. So you call for an appointment, and you can come in on Friday, and we usually handle. It's a little bit limited, but we can handle as many people as we can.
That's wonderful. You know, you're able to get so many people involved, regardless if they can make it or not. There's still a way you can, get rid of these materials because, like you said earlier, it's harder for paints and solvents and those things because not many people know what to do with them, and they sometimes just sit in a garage or they just sit there.
We do. We get a lot of phone calls. What am I going to do with this? And we try to do our best to get people. Just remember, we have a spring event and we have a fall event. So if you can hold it till then, that's great because in between it is very difficult for a resident to find an option. And we'll make phone calls for folks and try to find those outlets or avenues for recovery. But we're hoping everyone can kind of manage their time to get it to the spring or fall event and keep it out of the landfill. So it's a great service. The residents do appreciate it, and it's well attended. The spring event's always busy.
Yeah.
For all our homeowners that are watching, I always tell people, just remember, it gets busy. We do our best to get the cars through as quickly as possible, but from time to time, there is a little bit of
there's going to be a crowd, basically. Yeah,
a little bit of a crowd, but we do things to try to mitigate that, and we get people through as quickly as possible, and lots of smiling volunteer faces to help out, so that's great.
All that matters. That's right. Well, Marshall, thank you so much for joining me and for telling me a little bit about this. That's so great. We're glad to have you, and we look forward to seeing even more great events like this in the future. So,
thank you. Appreciate
it. Once again, everybody, Marshall Labadie from the Township. He's the Development Services Director, like I mentioned earlier, and you can catch him at the Township Board meetings, which happen every month, or you can even feel free to contact him at the Township or let him know if you have any permit-related needs or any other issues within home. So thank you so much again, Marshall.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for watching a segment of The Splash. To catch the entire show or other segments, watch us on Comcast Channel 15 or AT&T Channel 99, or look us up online at thesplash.tv and listen to us on WBLD 89.3, the all-new Lakes FM.